But now stay with us, as coming up we'll be joined by Mitra Hejazipour. The Iranian French chess grandmaster is the winner of the Iranian Women's Championship, but actually got expelled back in 2020 for not wearing a hijab. She's also since written a book called The Chess Player. Mitra, welcome to Euronews. Great to have you on Europe Today. I think it's the first time we had one of the greatest chess players in the world on our set, so lovely to have you with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And of course, earlier we had Kaja Kallas here, the Foreign Affairs Chief of the European Union. We were speaking to her about the situation in Iran. It's obviously very close to you. Can you just bring us up to speed, remind our viewers now what the situation on the ground is like since the brutal crackdown a few weeks ago, and how are your friends and family doing?
Yeah, actually, the new wave of protests in Iran started from 28 December, and there were millions of Iranians took the streets and they were chanting death to dictator, and they were calling the return of Reza Pahlavi. Actually, he is the main alternative after the collapse of the regime, and he's a legitimate leader for the transition phase, and he wants to establish a democratic system in Iran after the collapse of the regime. And based on the videos and testimonies that comes out of Iran, it shows that it was a bloody massacre, and it was a brutal repression. They killed almost more than 30,000 of Iranians. They used the military weapons, and we saw that they used the snipers on the rooftops. They aim the head of people. There are thousands of corpses on the streets. The people are looking for their victims. They are charged to money for the bullets they killed their loved ones.
And meanwhile, President Trump had promised people that the help was on the way and encouraged people to take to the streets, but then was missing in action. How are people feeling now about President Trump's various calls?
Yes, actually, as you mentioned, Trump said that the help is on the way, and based off the videos and testimonies, the people of Iran, they ask for this help, and they hope to have this help in this intervention, this military intervention. Actually, if the international community stays in inaction, then the regime will continue this massacre, and there are the thousands of political prisoners that they are sentenced to death penalties, and and any kind of negotiation with this regime is condemned to a dead-end situation, and any kind of deal with this regime it shows it could be interpreted as a sign of weakness of Trump. So I think the people of Iran ask for this help, and we are still waiting.
And what kind of help do you want? Do you want a military intervention? Would people support this kind of military intervention that Trump is proposing?
Yes, the majority of the Iranian people, they support the military intervention. As we saw, it was a bloody massacre. So without military intervention, they will continue to massacre people. And we hope that it comes from United States.
So that's the Americans. But what about the Europeans? Of course, we're in Brussels. You're in Brussels today speaking to us here. Do you feel that the EU has done sufficient for the Iranian people?
I think we did not have enough support from international community. At least I live in France. I didn't see this enough support from European countries. We saw that. Actually, next week there will be huge demonstrations in Munich, Los Angeles, and Toronto. So we will see the Iranian community out of Iran to support, to show the solidarity with the people of Iran.
So what would your message be to Europeans, to our viewers watching today, and also to Kaja Kallas, the EU Foreign Affairs Chief, and to EU heads of state and government?
We need more support for the intervention militaries. We need to fire, to expel the Iranian diplomats, because they are the criminals, and also to recognize Reza Pahlavi as a main figure of opposition, because he is legitimate, and the people of Iran, they chanted his name in four corners of Iran. So we need more support to, yeah.
Okay, Mitra, thank you so much for coming in to us today and speaking to us here on Europe Today. Mitra Hejazipour there, famous Iranian French chess player.